Okay, everyone. Hello, my name is Danielle, and I'm excited to do some iron yoga with you today. So we are going to use our yoga mat. See behind me, we've got it set up long ways. Set it up however is best for you. And if you do have at home some light weights, typically I recommend between 3 to 7 pounds. We're going to use them for part of class today. If you don't have weights, no problem. Always just go at your own pace, and there's a lot of things to enjoy during this time with yoga. So we'll go ahead and we're going to begin class today with a check-in. Because yoga is so about relieving stress and things like that, we really want to take a little bit of time to do so. So when you are ready, friends, I invite you to go ahead and take a seat on your yoga mat. Oh, and let me grab real quick. So you can start to settle in to your posture of choice for today. Typically, I begin and end yoga practices with a comfortable seat and just being down on the mat. So as you start to find your posture for today, if it feels right for you, you can soften your gaze or gently close the eyes. There's nothing that you need to do at this time, except start to tune into your breathing and into this present moment. Take a moment. If it feels right, you can shake your head a little from side to side or roll your shoulders. Start to notice how you're doing today. In your own time, in your own way, I invite you to take a few deep breaths. You can breathe in through your nose, nice and slow, and then exhale through the nose or mouth, the slow exhalation. We'll do this a few more times, and I invite you as you breathe a little more deeply than perhaps you were before, to have a nice slow exhalation.
Take a moment and I invite you to see if you can breathe just a little bit slower than you did before. Our theme for today is the concept of letting go. So I invite you to reflect upon the concept of letting go and see if there's anything that you can let go of. Whether this be muscular tension or letting go of things that do not serve you, things that you don't need to address right now. I just invite you to take a moment and see if there's anything that you can set aside for this next while. Take a few deep breaths, releasing tension. And express gratitude that you are taking this mindful time out during your busy day. As we go through our practice of asana today, our postures, I just invite you to enter each pose with an open mind, breathe deeply, modify as needed, relax, and enjoy this mindful time out. One more big breath in and out. Starting to feel a little more present. And then you can slowly start to open your eyes whenever you're ready. So we'll go ahead and begin today by doing some stretches that are really good for releasing tension. Let's begin with some lovely shoulder rolls back. Good. Just releasing any tension in your shoulders, in the head, the neck, all of this area. These are great stretches that you can do when you need to take a break at your desk, just taking that time out. Let's reach one hand over, take a big inhale, and stretch over to one side. Good. And then with an exhale, come over and then switch other side. Feel that nice side body stretch. That stretch for the side lats. Good. Let's do that one more time. Reach over and up. And exhale, lower, and then other side. Big inhale, nice side body stretch. And then exhale, lower. Just really starting to work out those kinks. Let's take a little bit of time now to stretch the head and neck. Big source of tension. Go ahead and take one ear towards one shoulder. Take a big inhale in. And relax. Slowly tuck the chin towards your chest. Feeling that release in the back of the neck. Little freeform movement. And then go to the other side. Whenever you're ready, you're going to take your ear to the other shoulder. Stretching over. Just releasing that tension. This is a great opportunity to check in as well with your jaw. Release the jaw. Sometimes we're clenching the jaw. So just taking that moment and then slowly come to an upright spine. So from here, we're going to start to make our way to hands and knees. But before we do that, let's work just a little bit with some wrist rolls. So articulate through the digits, circle the fingers one way, and then we'll go the other way. Always important to take a little bit of time to stretch your hands. Just kind of working through your range of motion. Great for taking a break if you've been at the computer. Good. And then we're going to go ahead now and give ourselves a nice stretch. So as you can see here, place your palms towards me and press those fingers down. I'll show it from the side as well. Just going to press those fingertips forward, feeling that lovely stretch in your wrist. Good. Also, because we'll be on hands and knees, working through some sun salutations, good to stretch out those hands. Let's shake out those fingers. There we go. And let's go ahead and make our way to our hands and knees for our flow. So today we'll be working from hands and knees up to sun salutations, doing what we call a vinyasa style flow, and then we'll be utilizing those weights. So when you're ready, nice round starfish hands, knees about hip width apart. We're going to begin with some lovely back stretches in cat and cow. So going right into it, arch one way and then lower the other way for cow. So tucking the hips under and arching up towards the ceiling, chin to chest is our cat pose. And then lower down, looking up towards the ceiling if that's accessible is our cow. We'll do that one more time. Stretching one way and then the other. Really getting that lovely stretch in our spine. Good. Feel free to make these poses, these postures your own, doing as many reps as feels right for you today. Good. Just really getting that spine loosened up. So now we're going to work a little bit on our balance and do a few stretches to help with our hips, our calves. So go ahead and kick that right leg back. Kick one leg back. That is my right leg. Circle that ankle. Point and flex that foot. And now we're going to take a balance. So just stretching that leg back, we're going to take our opposite hand forward. So for me, that's my left hand, reaching it out, really feeling that beautiful long spine. Also a great opportunity to wiggle the fingers of the hand, circle the wrists, And then let's take knee and elbow together and stretch out. This is a great place to incorporate breath. Take a big inhale in, knee and elbow together. Exhale, reach. Let's try that one more time. Yep. Take a big knee and elbow and reach. Awesome. Feeling very long in the spine, reaching out. All right, so when you are ready, you can place that hand back down, but let's keep that other leg straight. Tuck your toes under, and then just give yourself a really lovely calf stretch here. You can feel that in the back of that right calf. And from here, we're going to try a couple different poses. We're going to try a twist with our left arm first, and then try a side angle pose. So what we're going to do is lift that left hand out again, and now take a big inhale. Lift that left hand up towards the ceiling so that we've got our right leg out, left arm up for a twist, really loosening that spine, remembering to breathe. Good. And now let's go ahead and switch arms. So now same arm as leg will lift up. Good. So I've got my right leg back and straight, my right arm up. Just reach it up, and if you'd like a little balance component, you can lift that bottom foot off of the mat. Good. Place it back down. Place that hand down. Come back to your tabletop or Brahmanasana pose. And let's go into our cat and cow again. And we'll do all of this to the other side. Pull in those abs. Good. Inhale and exhale for cat and cow. Big inhale and exhale. Inhale, arch, and exhale, tuck. Good. Really enjoy this. Great poses to help with tension. Good. All right, let's kick our left leg back, wiggle the toes, circle that ankle. Good, just feeling that great stretch in our legs. And now we're gonna extend that right arm forward. Once more, we're getting that long length in the body, reach, 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 abs in. And then if you remember this from last time, we're gonna take elbow and knee together. So take a big inhale, elbow and knee. Exhale, reach. Let's do that a few more times. Elbow and knee together, inhale, rounding the spine, and then reach, reach, reach. Good. Elbow and knee together, reach it out. Really, really good. Wiggle those fingers, place that hand down, and let's go for that wonderful calf stretch on the other side. Tuck your toes on your mat, straighten that left leg, feeling that calf and hamstring stretch. Just enjoy stretching those legs. Good. We're going to go into our twist now. So you're going to reach that right hand forward and then reach up towards the ceiling, getting this modified side plank twist. So reach it up, opening that chest, and now we go into modified side plank. Lift the left hand up, all the way up, feeling that lovely side body stretch. Nice big inhale. Lift that leg off the mat if you'd like to try for a balance today. Reach it up. Good. Wiggling the toes. Back to our tabletop. Nicely done. Good. Let's open the knees wide, toes together, stretch back into a wonderful restorative yoga pose, child's pose. And just take a moment here to really restore, enjoy, recharge. Very good. Remember to breathe. We'll be flowing through downward facing dog pose and working through Sun Salutation A a few times before we go into our yoga poses with weights. So when ready, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and come into downward facing dog pose. Feel free to bend one knee and then the other, pedaling out the feet, and then gently press into your downward dog. Maybe looking towards your belly button with your gaze, your eyes. play around with pressing down one or both heels. Just enjoying this full body stretch. Good. And then when ready, walk the feet up towards the hands to the top of our mat, which is the front of the mat. And let's go ahead and we're going to come on up with a big swoop in the arms. Take a big inhale all the way up. And then we're going to do some lovely back and side bends here. I'll show it from the front as well. So you do a gentle back bend and then lean to one side and then lean to the other side. Good. We'll add this into our sun salutation sequence. So to begin, you're going to stand at the top of the mat, feet hip width apart, dive forward, and then inhale, look up halfway. Good. Exhale. Step one, and then the other foot back, finding your downward facing dog pose again. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to transition down to our plank pose, our top of the push-up. Yep. So you fold on down. Awesome. And then lift the chest, looking up, and lower down. Good. Come and make your way back to your downward dog. Pedal out those feet once more. Awesome. And then from here, jump or walk to the top of your mat. And we're just going to do this again. Swoop all the way up, back up to standing for our back and side bends. Leaning to one side and then the other. Great. Really enjoying the side body stretch. And then swan dive forward, all the way back down. Big inhale, look up halfway, and exhale down. Good. Step or hop all the way back, make your way to downward dog, and once again, pedal out those feet. Good. Make your way down to your plank pose. Make sure those hips are down, and then slowly lower down. Lift up for your cobra or upward facing dog pose, and then make your way back, downward dog. Good. Starting to get nice and warm. Awesome. So we're going to step to the top of the mat again here in a moment. Go ahead and make your way. Good. And then come on up. Back bend, side bend each way. Very nice. And when ready, fold all the way down, hands to shins, look up, arch. And step it back, downward facing dog pose. Start to flow through these poses. Make your way to plank. Lower down. Lift up. And lower. Good. Downward facing dog pose. Once again, pedaling out the feet. Awesome. Let's hop to the front of our mat. And last round, all the way up, big swan dive, back and side bends. Really nice. Fold the body forward. Inhale, look up halfway. And exhale, lower, step or hop back to downward facing dog. This last time, if you would like, we'll add in a variation here in downward dog. We are going to try three-legged dog pose. So lift your right leg up, bend at the knee if that feels good to get a hip opening stretch. So just enjoy this stretch. We're going to do the other leg. Good modification if this does not work for you is you can come down to hands and knees at any time. Yeah? So you lift that leg up. There you go. And let's go ahead, come down to plank, working that core, lower down, stretch it up, and down. Nicely done. Good. Find that downward dog one more time, and then hop to the front of the mat, and let's go ahead all the way up, and we're gonna go ahead and transition to weights now. So you can go ahead and pick up your weights. Typically, again, I would recommend 3 to 7 pounds, depending on your gender, your ability level, what works best for you, your conditioning. So we're going to be doing every exercise for 10 repetitions, and we'll do 2 sets. We'll do it with the right and the left. So let's start at the top of our mat. We're going to start with bent over row, feet about hip width apart. And then we're going to be rowing our hands straight up towards our chest. And I'll show you from the front as well. Our elbows stay in, our palms are facing inward, and we go straight up. So you can kind of see this here. We pull right up to the chest. Yeah, so let's go ahead for a round of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Nicely done. From here, we're going to go right into a reverse fly. So the reverse fly, our palms are still facing in. We lift up just about shoulder height and back down. There we go. So you can go ahead and begin with 10 whenever you are ready. Go ahead, abs in, 45-degree angle with the back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really great. All right. So now we're ready to come back up to standing. We're going to stand tall, upright spine, and then we're going to take the arms straight up, palms still facing inward. We're going to be coming into warrior one. So I invite you to step your right leg back, left knee or left leg forward, left knee bent. Good, arms straight up. Foot is in a 45-degree angle, as you can see there. You should have a comfortable high lunge stance. From here, we're going to bend at the elbow. So your arms will pretty much stay stationary and the elbow will just act as a hinge. You can always do this without weights or just with one as well. So let's go ahead and start working on a few here. There we go. Let's do. We get ready and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and immediately bring the arms down by your sides, elbows still close to the body. Good. And we're going to take a little optional balance here since this is yoga class. Get your balance on the front leg, back toe is pointed. You have the option to leave the foot on the floor if you wish, or go ahead and extend that leg behind you. Ideally, you want to be horizontal, parallel with that floor, but just go at your own pace. Arms can stay in, or if you want an added balance challenge, just let those arms fly out to the sides and hold for our warrior 3 balance. Let's just go ahead, take a big breath here, hold, and come on down. Nice. All right, back up to warrior 1. We're going to transition now to warrior 2. So you're going to turn that back leg slightly out, as you can see here. That makes your torso face the side of your mat now. Front knee bent, arms out. And then we're going to flip the palms up today. So warrior 2, normally palms are down, but we're going to flip it up for bicep curls. So when you're ready, you can begin. Curl in and out. In, out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, breathing, and 10. Excellent. Good. So whenever you're done there, we'll go ahead and let's take our hands in towards our waist, keep the same position of the legs, and we're going to go into side angle. So my right arm, your top arm, is going to come up. You lean over to one side, and from here, you're just going to pull down. So lift back up and pull back down for a count of 10. So when you're ready, you can begin for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We'll do the other arm when we do our second round. We'll do the other side. So just go ahead. From there, we're going to turn our toes now so that they both face the side of the mat. Yeah, you're going to have it wide, toes slightly out. We're going to be bending our knees out to the sides. Arms come up in a goal post position here. Yep. And we're going to be squatting down low into our sumo squat, our horse pose. Good. And then from this nice squatted open position, we're going to be pressing up for an overhead press. So you're going to reach up, straighten the legs if you wish to, and then come back down. Keeping this nice wide stance. Make sure to keep the bottom and the hips in alignment with the rest of the spine. Don't stick your butt out. All right, let's go ahead and press down and up. So we'll go for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Awesome. Looking good. All right, so that is one side. So now we're going to put our weights down, and from here we're going to step back into plank, and we're going to take a little interval in between. We're going to come down into that plank, and we're going to do our yoga style mountain climbers. So mountain climbers are when we bring knee to the chest. We'll do it slow for a count of 20. Make sure that bottom is down. So this is different than downward dog. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Good. And then stretch the back for our cobra or upward facing dog pose. Big breath. Good. And let's make our way to downward dog. Good. So that was round 1. We're going to repeat the same weights sequence, just lunging with the left leg instead. So go ahead and come to the top of your mat. Adjust as needed. Maybe grab a sip of water if you need. And then let's go ahead and pick up our weights, and we'll begin again with round 2. All right, let's go into those rows. So you remember those from before, bent over row. We're going to bend at the elbow and release down for 10. So bending right up and back down. Here we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, abs are in, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then from here, we're going to go into that reverse fly. Abs are in, arms come up and down. So here we go. Lift and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Really nicely done. Great. Awesome. So from here, we're going to go into Warrior 1 in the with the other leg back, so my left leg. So you're going to take those arms straight up, right leg forward, bend the front knee, back leg back at a 45-degree angle, no compression on the ankle, and then we're going to bend at the elbow for triceps. So down, lift up. Yep. Here we go for 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And remember, you can always just hold one weight if you like. There's a lot of options here for triceps. Good. From here, let's turn that back toe all the way out. So now you'll open to the side of your mat for Warrior Two. And we're gonna do our Warrior Two bicep curls, turning our palms up towards the ceiling. I'll turn around so you can see me a little bit better. So from here, we hold our lunge and we just curl up and down. Right? So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. And then from here, side angle on the other side. If you remember this from round 2, one arm straight up, lean to the side, and then we're just going to pull down. So pull down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, so once you get your side angle done, we're going to go into that lovely, nice wide goalpost arms horse pose once more. So we're going to bend those knees, goalpost arms, and then we're going to reach up, press it up, overhead press, back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Let's go ahead, come to the top of our mat, drop those weights down. Awesome. You can get them out of your way. And then from here, as we fold forward, we're going to take a few moments to do some lunges. Really open those hips, stretch the backs of the legs. Before we do that though, let's go for a chest opener to stretch those arms we just worked. Lift up towards the ceiling. You can hold on to one wrist, clasp the fingers together, just stretch and breathe. Let those hands go, plant them down, and when you're ready, we're going to step right leg back into a nice lunge, runner's lunge. Drop the hips down as best as you can. Remember, your poses don't have to look exactly the same as mine. We're going to go into lunge twist. So we've got our right leg back. We reach left arm forward and then up. Feel that great stretch. Yep. Inhale and exhale. Release. Awesome. From here, we're going to drop that back knee down. Remember that if your hips don't go down quite as low, you can always have them a little bit higher up. That's totally fine. You can always come up to the knee. There's lots of modifications. Go ahead and take those arms up for our crescent back and side bends here. So we're doing a gentle back bend here. Be mindful of your knee. You can always put a cushion underneath. I'm going to show from the front. We're going to go into some side bends from our crescent back bend. So we've got a gentle back bend, and then you're going to lean to one side. Big inhale. Exhale, come up and lean the other way. Nice. This is a bit of a balance as well. Good. From here, we're going to try a twist. So we're going to take our left arm back and reach over with our right hand. So we're twisting across the body. Now, if you're a little more experienced yogini and you're able to do so, a great quadricep stretch is holding onto that foot or heel. Do not worry if you're not there yet, though. It's all good. All right, shift your hips back, flex your front foot, and fold the body forward for your half splits. And just take a moment here to breathe. This pose can be very, very challenging for a lot of adults, a lot of people. Our calves and hamstrings tend to be quite tight. So honor where you're at today and just stretch forward. Breathe in and out, and just let it go. Return to the breath, return to the theme of letting go. Good, you're doing great. Alrighty, let's go ahead and switch sides with these lunges. So we take one leg back, other leg forward. Now I've got my right leg forward, and we'll start our lunges on the other side. So you take that back knee up, and we'll go into our lunge twist. So now we reach right hand forward, spiral up towards the ceiling, reach, reach, reach. Feel that great twist, great stretch. Good. Big inhale, exhale. Bring the hand back down. Drop that back knee, and we'll go into our crescent back and side bends once again. So find your lunge, arms come up. Good, and then we lean to one side whenever we're ready. Again, this is a bit of a balance. I'll show from the front, and then lean to the other side. Awesome. Really getting into the side body here, and we'll go into our twist. Good. So you'll take your right arm back, left arm across the body, touching that knee. And once again, if you'd like your optional challenge for today, you can see if you can grab onto that foot or ankle. Good, just feeling this intense quadricep stretch. All right, let's shift those hips back. Coming into our half splits one more time on the other leg. Feel free to bend your knee as much as you need to here. That's completely fine. Take a big inhale and then exhale. See if you can soften into the pose just a little bit. Stretch those calves, stretch those hamstrings. Really just focus on the bodily sensations and on relaxing and letting go. Good. Nicely done. Last little breath here. And then let's go ahead and start to make our way to a comfortable, easy seat, cross-legged position. So we'll go into just a few final stretches. We'll go into soles of the feet together for our bound angle. Some call it butterfly. Sit up nice and tall. Big inhale, exhale, fold forward. Good. Start to return your breathing, return your thoughts to the idea of relaxing, of taking this time out, of releasing tension or stress with every exhale. One last big inhale and exhale. Very nice. And then when you are ready, slowly, slowly, you can start to make your way back up. Our final stretch today is we'll be going into taking the legs out long in front of us. Before we do that though, let's go ahead into nice spinal twists to one side. Pulling in those abs, contracting the abs in like a sponge. Twist one way, and then twist the other way. Great. Feeling all nice and loose. All right, let's go into that lovely staff pose. Taking those legs out, yogi's choice today. You may point or flex the feet, whatever feels best for you. Reach those hands up and fold. Find that point of resistance and then soften into it. Great. Just breathe, let it go. Just letting things relax. Slowly, slowly start to come up. And now at this time, I invite you to come into your final relaxation pose. You may lay on your back and gently close the eyes for your Shavasana, or if you prefer, you may remain seated. Either way, I invite you to close the eyes or soften your gaze and take a few deep breaths in and out. Notice the air as it travels in the body, and reflect one more time on the concept of letting go. It is so important to take times out to restore, to recharge the body. Show yourself some gratitude and appreciation that you took this time out for you today. See if you notice any shifts or changes in the body. And with a big sigh, a big exhale, I invite you, when you are ready, to just start to very gently move the fingers or the toes, stretching in a way that feels right to you. And then gently roll onto your side, making your way back up to a comfortable seated position. At any point, you can gently open your eyes, sit up nice and tall, and we'll conclude our yoga practice today with a big inhale. Bring the palms together at the heart. I wish you a peaceful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.